All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one will be doing our death predictions. Who do we think will be killed off in The Walking Dead Season 10 sort of finale, Episode 16, which is going to premiere in a couple of weeks. Alright, man, so we just have a couple of weeks until we get to see the premiere for The Walking Dead Season 10's finale, sort of, Episode 16, and we did find out that they're going to do an additional 6 episodes for The Walking Dead Season 10, but we're going to get to see those next year, early next year, and those are supposedly going to start filming here also in a couple weeks in October. So, heavily looking forward to seeing those additional 6 episodes, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to be getting a big Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 16, which normally was supposed to be a finale episode, and there's been a lot of kind of news in and around it, and apparently there's going to be some big things happening, and particularly I think Greg Nicotero said in the last couple of minutes of the Season 10, Episode 16 episode, there's going to be some jaw-dropping stuff, or at least some big stuff happen. So pretty excited to see what he was referring to now. We've been waiting for this episode since the springtime. It feels like it's been basically forever now. And so, oh man, it's hard to believe that it's almost here and we're actually going to get to see it in a couple weeks here. It's going to premiere on October 4th for people that don't have AMC Premiere, but if you have AMC Premiere, you can get it on the 1st. So a few days early there and go ahead and get to watch it and find out what happens. So one of the best ones that we're going to go by for this one is somebody said, hey, Trev, do you think that maybe we could see the characters be killed off that didn't show up for the Comic-Con at home panels, which I thought that was actually a pretty good idea, because if you're doing SDCC at San Diego, then it makes sense that certain people might not be there because they'd have to fly all the way in and do the whole thing. But when you're doing it from home, basically, pretty much everybody should be there. And I think some people did point out that, number one, Ryan Hurst, who plays Beta, was not there for the Walking Dead at Home panel. So keep that in mind. Remember that. And he's also been cast in another series now, which would lead me to believe that maybe he is not going to be in those additional 6 episodes we're going to be getting next year. And if we just have those, the 24 and then the 6. So if we just have the 30 episodes or so after this episode, does that mean, for the end of the series, does that mean that Beta will likely be killed off? I'm starting to think so, and I'm thinking it might be in the last couple of minutes of this season 10 finale-esque type episode. Like the last few minutes, you see DARYL and NEGAN face down against Beta, and maybe he beats on DARYL a bit, but NEGAN gets him in the back with the bat with Lucille, and then they're able to kind of work together, Negan and DARYL, and take down Beta and kill him ultimately for kind of a crazy finale type of ending for the episode. So that's what I'm going to predict. That I think that makes sense, man. Everything leading up to it. The fact that they've now announced the end of the series. Maybe Beta will be killed off in this episode, guys. Maybe he won't be in those extra 6 episodes. So we'll see how that all turns out. But I'll start off with that one, and I think it's a good prediction. So maybe Beta would be number 1. Following up with that one would be Rosita. So that's one that a lot of people have thought might be killed off in this last episode here. The episode is called A Certain Doom. And based on the comic book series, there is some pretty epic stuff that happens in A Certain Doom, the trade volume based on the name. And we do see, in and around that time anyway, the death of Andrea in the comic book series. Now, in the TV series version, Andrea's been dead a long time. Michonne's already kind of left, and she survived. So that likely wouldn't be adapted in that way. But a lot of people are thinking that Rosita might be one of those deaths. And I don't recall if she was at the Comic-Con at Home panel, but I don't think she was. So that could also make sense. I would like to see Rosita survive to the end of the series, because you really don't have that many survivors still from those earlier episodes and earlier seasons. I guess if Eugene survives, it's okay, because you have him from that group that they came from. But yeah, man, maybe Rosita will be killed off, in the zombie herd in this one or something in the story. I guess we'll wait and see how that works out. But I do expect to see kind of more character deaths as we march towards the ends of the series here, because we don't have nearly we don't have nearly as much time as we thought we did going into these future seasons. So we'll probably see more deaths than maybe we thought we would have before. Okay, next we do have Gabriel. Now he's another one. I don't recall if Seth Gilliam was at the Comic-Con at Home panel. Maybe I'll have to check back for it. But he is one that's kind of been predicted from the beginning with the tower and everything, because his comic book counterpart did sort of die around this time as Beta was kind of coming in, kind of a hanged man type of situation where he was hung sort of upside down, and Beta guts him in the comics. So maybe we will see that in this episode here. We've seen it in the trailers that he looks kind of scrambled. He doesn't seem to know what's going on, and he seems really nervous and everything, and then I think he is to be protecting the kids as well, so maybe he'll have to sacrifice himself to do that. And then lastly, for the characters I think will be killed off in this episode, we'll go with Luke, who is another one that I've kind of thought since he got introduced he'd probably be killed off pretty quickly. And I'm thinking they probably try to do the guts trick. They try to leave, and then it doesn't work out for him, and he ends up being killed. So that would be 4 for this episode if they did all 4 of those. That would be quite a bit. I'm hoping I'm wrong about the Rosita one, because I'd like to see her survive on. But something like that makes sense, I think, for this last episode. And then that would leave us after that with just 30 episodes left of the series, with it returning in the winter or early springtime. So I think everybody else basically will survive. Judith, Carol, DARYL, Lydia, Aaron, all the rest I think will pretty much survive out this one. But that's what I got for now. And I do think Ezekiel will eventually survive here and will get medical attention from the community that they're going to see, the Commonwealth and everything after. So that's what I got for this one. Leave your comments below. Let me know who you guys think will be killed off in this pivotal episode. Does it have more buzz for you now, knowing that we only have a couple years left of Walking Dead, and it's over, man. It's over. So I'm feeling a little bit more buzzed. I'm feeling a bit more excited for it, because I know that this is a certain doom is right. That's for certain, man. But it ain't just for one character. The whole series is doomed, man. It's over, dude. It's over. Game over, man. Game over. If you like the video, guys, thumb it up below. You can share, you can favorite, you can subscribe at the bottom left. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, man. And I'll see you guys again soon for another videos. Trev, saying peace later, guys. See you soon. Just subscribe somehow.